This is the Jason Walker Show. Two-time National Sports Media Association Montana Sportscaster of the Year and three-time loser, the Jason Walker Show. The best local and statewide sports coverage, featuring the biggest guests from Montana.
Flint Rasmussen joining us here on the Jason Walker Show.
He's freaking exhausting, too. You used to dance a lot more. Yeah, I know, lady. I'm 51 years old now.
The NAI Hall of Famer Mike Van Diest joining us here, Jason Walker Show. And is it just a deal where quarterbacks have to be good golfers?
Well, that's all they have time for. They don't work out. They don't lift weights. They don't do anything else. They might as well go get on the golf course and at least have some fun.
And from across the country,
Doug Gottlieb, our guest here on the Jason Walker Show.
End of the day, remember, it's your show. It's got your name on it.
Howie Mandel, our guest here.
Jason Walker, deal or no deal?
the Jason Walker Show.
Happy Monday. What's up? Welcome inside the Above All Handyman Services Man Cave. Anything you need done around the house, make sure you get a hold of Above All Handyman Services in Helena and Colorado Springs. Coming up today, your Auto Contest Performance of the Week. Also going to chat with Ryan Schulte. Big weekend for the Bengal softball team. Also, Jon Burnett from the Helena Senators will join us and talk a little baseball. And let's see, on this day in history coming up and a whole lot more. You can watch on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can listen on Podbean, Network One Sports, TreasureStateRadio.com. As always, our Twitter handle at JWalkerSports. Our email, Jason at JasonWalkerShow.com. And our phone number, 406-209-1267. All right. Let's get started today, shall we? Shannon Schweyen has moved ahead with her sex discrimination lawsuit filed last November against the University of Montana, ruling by a U.S. District Court judge Thursday. Kept that case alive, will not require arbitration. Schweyen, the head coach of the Lady Grizz for 4 years, was told 2020 she would be not coming back. Dana Christensen had the ruling on Thursday. The only defendant listed in the case is the University of Montana. Schweyen's asking that the university either reinstate her or pay her for lost back pay and front pay. She is alleging she was wrongfully terminated in 2020 after two players opted to transfer out. And she, of course, was a longtime assistant for Robin Selvig, got the job after coach retired, and then, she played there. Schweyen was given a 3-year contract in 2016 for a base salary of $130,000. She is alleging in her lawsuit that violated Title VII of the Civil Rights Act, which specifically prohibits employment discrimination. Of course, the university disagrees with any allegations, according to the spokesperson Dave Kuntz said back in November when the lawsuit first was filed. The lawsuit states that Travis DeCure was hired just before Schweyen in 2016. He was given a base salary of $155,000. And the lawsuit says that basically the difference in treatment regarding their starting salaries, quote, reflects an intent and motive to discriminate against Schweyen based on sex, end quote. She did go 52-69 against opponents in her 4-year coaching career as the head coach, and struggled with beating the Bobcat women, which was, a big part of that. So we'll see what happens. It's going, lawsuits take a while. I mean, whoever wants to spend the money, basically, right? The opening segment of the Jason Walker Show is brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes, the premier log home company in the industry with 3 distinct divisions, so you can create the log home of your dreams and your budget. You've got milled log. Those are great. Also handcrafted and timber frame. You can check them out at yourcustomlog.com to get started today. So, we know of a couple of lawsuits in Montana. One involving Carroll College and Bennett McIntyre, the golf coach. So, that's been going on for, 3 years now? So, lawsuits take a while. There's no question about that. So we'll keep an eye on it. What else is going on? Oh, the Little Sullivan Award winners were announced. And that's a very prestigious and nice little trophy. And Allie Weiss, who we've had on the show a couple of times, is the female winner. And she is, of course, stationed at Fort Benning, Georgia. She's in the Army Marksmanship Unit, went to the Olympics this last year. She's in Spain right now. And the male athlete, are we surprised by this? Troy Anderson of Montana State, the linebacker from Dillon, who was taken in the second round of the NFL draft a couple of weeks ago by Atlanta. So Anderson was a finalist a year ago. Jarrett Deegan, Iowa State wrestler of Belgrade, won that award. But it's a great honor, the Little Sullivan Award. Been handed out for, since 1955. Other male finalists, Sydney's Matt Day from football for Dickinson State, Nick Kuntz at MSU Northern Wrestling from Helena, and University of Mary's Logan Nelson from Billings. Other females, Lucy Corbett of MSU, Bozeman Track and Field, Nicole Heverland from Whitefish, a rugby player in the Olympics, and MSU's track and field athlete from Plains, Carly Von Heater. Weiss, who's from Belgrade, obviously couldn't be there. As we mentioned, she's in Spain, so her dad accepted. Last year was Tristan Achenbach of Schulte, who pitched softball at the University of Montana. Let's see, other awards that were handed out. We mentioned since 1955, the Little Sullivan. Now, the criteria for being a nominee: athletic excellence, leadership, character, sportsmanship, and all the ideals of amateurism. The Montana AAU presented Outstanding Wrestler Awards to Jasmine Gorder of Poplar, Gracie Jones of Billings Senior, Gretchen Donnelly of Huntley, and Hannah Halverson of Flathead. Aiden Graves of Sydney, Drake Rhodes of West, Gabe Walker of Miles City, Zach Valdez of Colstrip, and Finn Nadeau of Flathead on the boys' side. So that's pretty cool. Congratulations to all those winners at the Little Sullivan. What else happened? This was announced today. Ed Pudney of the University of Montana named the Big Sky Men's Big Sky Conference Men's Tennis MVP. He had a really good season his senior year for the Grizz. There's no question about that. He was the number one. The team didn't win the conference, but Pudney overcame some injuries, went 23-6, was 5-2 in singles play in the conference, and had some really, really good performances. So congratulations to Ed Pudney of the Grizz. Good stuff over the weekend. Not sure what all you saw, but lots of great baseball. Good rodeo. We'll recap starting tomorrow in the Montana Rodeo Roundups that start, like I said, tomorrow. There was some fantastic softball as well. We're going to talk to Ryan Schulte, but the Capital Bruins just keep rolling on. Behind an 11-3 win over Glacier on Saturday. So Glacier went 0-2 on its Helena trip. Capital also beat Flathead on Friday. And Capital's now 10-0 in Western AA, 12-3 overall. So we'll talk to Mike Miller later on this week as well. So some good individual accomplishments for your Auto Contest Players of the Week nominees. If you'd like to get one in, you certainly can. Facebook, the Twitter, call or text or email. The opening segment brought to you by Montana Custom Log Homes. 50-plus years of experience. They are good. They know what they're doing. Now, you can go online, yourcustomlog.com, and check out their floor plans under milled log. They have over 15 different floor plans. But you can also come in with your own, and they're going to work with you to create the log home of your dream and your budget.
Check it out, yourcustomlog.com to get started today, Montana Custom Log Home. So we'll take a break. We'll come back. Ryan Schulte is going to talk Bengals softball for Helena High when we return here on the Jason Walker Show.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Father's Day is coming fast, and what more would that great dad in your life want than a full detail from Auto Concepts? Or maybe he would just prefer a lift kit. It's also camping season, and now is the perfect time to outfit that rig with a winch just in case. Auto Concepts is your home for everything for your vehicle, including updating your car stereo system too. Auto Concepts also has gift certificates for dad or yourself. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show. Welcome back, Jason Walker Show on a Monday. Still to come, Jon Burnett, Helena Senators coach. Going to talk to Ryan Schulte coming up in a couple of minutes. Their Auto Concepts Performance of the Week and much, much more. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. How'd you do on the Kentucky Derby? How about Rich Strike coming back from way behind to get the victory and won a lot of money, and wasn't even in the field until Friday because Epicenter, or not Epicenter, the other E, dropped out. But yeah, Rich Strike getting the win. Epicenter second, Zandon third. Those were two of the favorites. The horses we were looking at, Taiba Messier finished 12th and 15th. White Barrio was 16th. That was my exacta. And I missed out big time. But Rich Strike getting the win. An 80-1 long shot.
and came from behind. It was pretty cool. So now they'll head off to the Preakness and then the Belmont, or vice versa. But pretty darn cool. Wow. Someday I'd like to go to the Derby. Just once. I think just once. Because you're there for the party, right? I mean, yeah. Ethereal Road is the horse that scratched out and allowed Rich Strike to stop, hop in and take the win. Pretty cool. I got some more nominees here for your Auto Contest Performance of the Week. Maddie Bowles of Carroll, Sydney Littlelight of Rocky, Outdoor Track and Field Athletes of the Week. Bowles, field athlete at the Tom Gage, was first in the high jump. And Littlelight from Crow Agency, she's won this a couple of times this year, was first out of 26 in the 1500 at the Tom Gage. The men's track and field athletes of the week, Van Gottwals of Carroll, Jay Jetmore of Rocky, Gottwals from Billings, let's see, what did he do? 6th out of 19 in the 800. And Jetmore, a freshman from Red Lodge, was 9th out of 15 in the pole vault. Out of 15 from the NAI and D1. So congratulations to those fine young athletes. Let's see here. Tell you what, Helena High's got itself a chance to pick up an Auto Contest Performance of the Week. That's because they have gone 3-0 since last weekend and picked up a come-from-behind win over Butte, 2 big wins over Flathead and Glacier. And joining us now to talk about that and look ahead to this week is the head coach of the Bengals. His name is Ryan Schulte, and he joins us now on the Jason Walker Show on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. All right, Coach, how was Mother's Day around the Schulte household?
It was a great day. My wife Megan, she usually likes to. It's a yard cleanup day, so that's our Mother's Day gift to her every year. Is we clean the yard up and kind of get out of her way for the day, and just try to make things look a little bit more presentable in the yard during the spring.
There you go. I like that. A couple years ago, my wife asked for a vacuum specifically for Mother's Day. Not for me to vacuum. She just wanted a new vacuum. But
right.
Yeah. Which was strange.
Yeah, I bought my wife about probably 10 Christmases ago a really nice vacuum because she wanted it, and I took a lot of heat from some of the teachers that I work with in that one. But dang it, that was the only thing on her list. So that's what I got her.
There you go. We're talking with Ryan Schulte, Helena High Softball coach here. Well, I'm glad Mother's Day went well. It's always a good day. Celebrate moms, whether it's wives or, our own moms. So
that's right.
Let's see here. Okay. So you guys had a pretty good weekend. Take me through Friday's 4-2 win, because you've got really good pitching there from Mallory English.
Yeah, we did. It was one of those things. We went to Butte on Tuesday, and we had one rough inning over there that Mal was pitching, and took her out of the game, and Faith came in and finished the last 5 and a third, 5 and a third, and so Mallory, I know she didn't feel like she pitched as well as she could have on Tuesday, and knowing Mallory as a competitor, I just felt like that she needed to be back in the circle, and she did not let down. She was fantastic. More than anything, she probably just she hit spots really well. She got us a tremendous amount of ground balls, and in that game, I mean, she only threw in that particular game. I think it was like 91 total pitches in 7 innings, which is really, really great. So I was really happy with her. She came in, she competed, she kept the ball down, got us just a lot of ground balls, and that was exactly what we needed in that game against Glacier.
Of course, after that big comeback against Butte, that's always a good sign. And you and I talked last week about your offense, which we'll get to here in a second. But then Saturday, as good as Mallory was on Friday, holy cow, Riley Schlepp goes out, 15 strikeouts, complete game in a big, big win over Flathead.
Yeah, it was a really great job by her. Rye came out and just was ready to compete right from the start. She hit her spots. She got her ball to move around, but she was always settled. As a matter of fact, she gives up a base hit and a home run during, I think it was the fifth, and after that, she finished that inning with 3 consecutive strikeouts. She just went to another level after that, and that's the thing. You're going to give up hits. You're going to give up runs at times, and that's part of the game. You got to tip your cap and give the other team some credit for doing what they do. But how do you respond? And each of these 3 over the last week, I really loved the way they responded. In some moments that there was some adversity. And that's tough to do in the circle when you feel like you're all alone. But I think it's also, give credit to the girls playing behind them. I think there was a tremendous amount of trust between all 3 of those girls in the circle and the girls in the field. And that always goes a long ways when there's that, I don't have to be perfect all the time. I can miss a spot here or there and still have some success. So it was great.
Bengals softball coach Ryan Schulte, our guest, Mike Miller, State Farm Hotline. And I mentioned we talked about your offense last week. You were hitting the ball hard, just right at people. That changed a little bit this week as you put up a lot of runs, and that's got to be a good sign offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. And there were some great individual performances over those 3 games, no doubt about it. There has to be. But if you look across the board at the stats from the weekend and going back to last Tuesday, obviously there are some that are going to stand out. But man, I thought up and down the order, we got hits from the girls at really important times. In Butte on Tuesday, it was Audrey Aker, who maybe been struggling a little bit, had a big hit in the 4th inning to kind of get us going. We end up scoring 3 that inning. McKenna Campbell had a great day in Butte, and then you turn around and it's Kylie Wetzel on Saturday with the home run. It's Kendall Klemp. We needed a big hit from her, and we got it towards the end of that game against Flathead to kind of really kind of increase our lead, and I think put that thing away. And so there's been some great individual performances, but collectively. They've been fantastic. Maddie Lamping had a great weekend. She led us in hits at 7, and as a slap hitter, bunter, she did exactly what we needed her to do from her 2-hole. So it was a lot of things came together, and even in games, the Glacier game that we didn't score as many runs. I thought we put consistent pressure on Glacier, a little bit of small ball here and there, and then. Some key hits. I think we scored 1 run in 4 of those innings. So we were consistent, I thought, the whole week.
Well, we talk about it all the time, but, hot streaks are contagious. And if somebody gets going, then that fires up the rest of the squad, whether it's basketball or softball. And nobody knows that better than you as a softball coach. But like I said, we talked about it just takes 1 or 2 hits to get going. And then suddenly the floodgates opened. And do you feel right now this is the best the offense has been all season?
I feel like it's the most consistent, Jason. I feel like at this point in time, I'm seeing. It's a tricky sport, right? Ashlyn Lamping has been hitting screaming the ball all year long, and maybe she didn't hit as well these last 3 games, so. But what was great to see is that there were other girls that kind of stepped into that role a little bit. And because you're going to have ebbs and flows. And so right now I feel like we're the most consistent. I feel like our swings are consistent. Again, if we look at the outcome, it's always tough to tell what the outcome is because, again, it might be an out, it might not be. But at this point in time, I feel like the way we're approaching the plate and the way that we are – our at-bats are consistent. And that's, as a coach, when you get to that point, you give yourself more opportunities to succeed when they are consistent in their approach and in their swing. So that's a huge part of where we want to be right now.
Well, all three phases are clicking right now, which is a great sign because with a couple weeks left in the season, you want to be playing your best ball. And when you get solid, performances in the circle, that defense is solid. And then, of course, when you're scoring runs, that helps too. So it seems like all three phases are really, really stepping up.
Yeah, I think, again, I think if you ask the girls and the coaches, there are certainly still things that we want to improve on, right? But as we get to, 5 games left in the season and 2 weeks away from the state tournament, I feel like we're in a good place for where we are right now. Obviously, as the week continues, we want to continue to improve on certain things and get better and get more mentally tough. But as a coach, you want to be. This is where you want to be, is playing solid softball with the ability to still continue to improve on some things and to not be satisfied with where you're at.
Couple of big road games this week before the home game on Saturday, but at Hellgate tomorrow, what do you expect from the Knights?
Yeah, so Hellgate's a team that right now hasn't won very many games, but you turn around and look, they played a really great game. It looks like against Butte, they only lost 6-2. So obviously they've improved. Their pitching's improving and getting better, and it's kind of hard to know what you're going to see, honestly, because I know they have struggled. But again, they go out and play Butte really tough on Saturday. So I think it's one of those things that, again, can we approach them the same way that we approach Glacier on Friday and Flathead on Saturday, and play the game the way that we need to play it, regardless of who we're up against that day.
And then you go to Big Sky on Friday before turning around and getting Sentinel at home on Saturday. These are all big games. What's the message this week?
We've tried to be real consistent, Jason, with our messages. We kind of turned the page into the second half of the conference play. The one thing we try to reiterate with the girls is there's two things. There's a mentality of you're never down, you're never out, regardless of what happened before. Or regardless of what's happening in the game at the time. And you're never satisfied. You should always be pushing to go to that next level. And so we're going to keep that consistent message. We go out and play a Hellgate team. Don't be satisfied with just going out and playing. Go out and push to the next level. If we find ourselves down in a game this week, hey, never out, never down, and always pushing forward. So, not being satisfied that they beat Big Sky the first time through, finding a way to be, to have that desire to win, all the time. So we're going to keep the messaging pretty consistent. I think that's where we're at, and that's where we need to be. And, but make no mistake that the games coming up are huge. And, obviously we're starting to talk about seeding a little bit more for the state tournament, and, Big Sky is a big one. If we were just able to talk about Hellgate first and then talk again, I would certainly just talk about Hellgate. But the weekend brings a big one. Big Sky's dancing on the 4-5, and with some tiebreakers, they could push into a 3 if we don't get it done. So every one of them matters from here on out, obviously, and that's the approach we have to take. With the girls, and I think that they've responded this last week, and they played the way we asked them to play, and I don't see them doing anything different because they're a group that's starting to figure out the mental aspect and how to approach a game, and I really like that about them.
It is National Lost Sock Memorial Day today. How many lost socks in your life do you think you've had?
Well, I was doing laundry last night, and dang it, there was one missing. So I guess that fits the mold right there. And we have a fairly young puppy right now, and she's a lab, and she's been known to find a sock or two. And so I think within the last few months, the ratio of missing socks in the house has dramatically increased. Since she's been a part of the whole family. So that's a fitting thing to bring up today, for sure.
I got to ask, take the dog out of the equation, but where do lost socks go? I mean, seriously, people have been asking this for decades.
I don't know. I think sometimes it's kids. I know that my son is about the same size shoe as I am right now. So I think sometimes it's kids taking socks. Why they would choose socks, I don't know. But I don't know. It's a great question, and I think it's one you need to find a little better answer to.
I'm
be honest with you.
I'm trying to. At least he's taking your socks and not your underwear, though.
That's fair point. That's fair point. We have a serious conversation at that point in time.
I have a theory real quick before I let you go. All the lost socks, you know, kids about 10, 15 years ago started wearing mismatched socks. Like that was the trend. And I think that has to do with lost socks.
I think you're probably right. I think they didn't have any other choice but to wear mismatched socks, right?
Well, they didn't have a cool dad like you doing laundry, so.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
All right. Ryan Schulte, good luck this week. 3 big games against the Missoula schools. We didn't even talk about Sentinel on Saturday, but that's just as big as Friday and just as big as tomorrow because you can't win all 3 if you don't win tomorrow night. So good luck. We'll chat soon.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Jason.
Ryan Schulte joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. It's not just a bundle. It's your home, it's your auto, it's your life. Mike understands that. Call Mike Miller State Farm in Helena today. Big weekend in softball across the board. And lots of seeding now, like Coach Schulte talked about, starting to you're going to start to see some separation, you'd think, with 4 or 5 games left in the regular season. And then that state tournament in Missoula at the end of the month. And I'll be over there May 28th calling that AA state championship on NFHS Network. So don't know who's going to be in it because you've seen some upsets the last couple of weeks. But it's still going to be a fun time for sure, no matter who plays. Looking forward to getting over there. But yeah, Mother's Day yesterday. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, mine included, and of course my wife. She ended up, her and her aunts, her mom, her cousins, and her grandma all had like a Mother's Day brunch. And then she went to, was it Dr. Strangelove, Dr. Glove, Love Glove, Dr. something? I don't know, some Marvel movie. I'm not into the Marvel. I do like the other one. She's not, it's a DC, Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot. I do like watching her movies. But, yeah, not a big fan of, I don't even know what this other one's about. I didn't mind Thor. I mean, Chris Hemsworth is easy on the eyes, right? And I'm okay enough to say that. Like, I'm comfortable enough in my own skin to say that Chris Hemsworth is a good-looking dude. I am looking forward, speaking of movies, my wife and I's anniversary is coming up in a week and a half or so. We're going to go see the new Downton Abbey movie. Cannot wait for that. Going to have to watch the series again for like the 7th time. And then the new Top Gun is coming out May 27th, Labor Day or Memorial Day weekend. I mean, we've been waiting for the new Top Gun for 3 years? So I can't wait to see that new one. And I'm told you have to see it in the theater. Is Lady Gaga's song as good as Berlin from the original Take My Breath Away? We'll see. We know Tom Cruise can act. Jennifer Connelly's in it, replacing Kelly McGillis, which is probably a good thing. Was not a fan of Kelly McGillis. But it's big, it's blockbuster movie time, right? It's that time of the year. Summer blockbusters coming out. And the fact that we get to go to the theaters is even better. But I'm looking forward to it. Those are the 2 big movies I'm looking forward to the most. Downton Abbey and Top Gun Maverick. And, you know, is Val Kilmer in it, or is it just a picture of him when they talk about Val Kilmer? We don't really know. So, all right. We'll take a break. We'll come back. You can let me know what movies you're looking forward to if you want, at Walker Sports on the Twitter. When we return, it was a big weekend for baseball in the Queen City. Helena Senators. No hit last week at Missoula. They've been on quite the offensive roll since then, and we'll talk to Jon Burnett when we return here on This Day in History, your auto contest performance of the week, and much more. All on the way, including the walk-off. This segment brought to you by Ruckers Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Ruckers Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Everyone knows about Dinners Done Right and the convenience of the cook and carry cuisines. It's so easy to just stop by and you have something for dinner that night. But there's also one more thing you need to know about. Dinners Done Right Grab and Go Salad Bar. Yes, I said salad bar. Always the freshest ingredients along with a daily soup and nacho bar too. So the next time you are in a rush or you just want to eat healthy, stop by Dinners Done Right for the soup, salad, and nacho bar. For monthly menus and more info, it's dinnersdoneright.com.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Do you love to look at photos of Montana, from animals to landscapes and more? Are you looking for a place to get your senior pictures or family portraits done? Are you a business owner looking to upgrade the decor in your offices? Well, look no further than Mark LaRoe Photography. Mark has been shooting beautiful photos all across the Treasure State, from rodeos to portraits, and would love to work with you. Visit marklaroephotography.com to see many masterpieces of his work, then give him a call to schedule your own photo shoot. Or to purchase one of his fantastic pieces, stop by Spirit of the Big Sky Gallery on Custer in Helena. marklaroephotography.com. Father's Day is coming fast, and what more would that great dad in your life want than a full detail from Auto Concepts? Or maybe he would just prefer a lift kit. It's also camping season, and now is the perfect time to outfit that rig with a winch just in case. Auto Concepts is your home for everything for your vehicle, including updating your car stereo system too. Auto Concepts also has gift certificates for dad or yourself. Visit AutoConceptsHelena.com. Auto Concepts, the auto enhancement professionals.
Strength, beauty, grit, superior craftsmanship. Our homes have it all. At Montana Custom Log Homes, if you can dream it, we can build it. With 3 divisions and over 50 years experience, we've got you covered. From a showcase home to a small cabin, we make your vision a reality. Because every cowboy wants a castle for his queen. Montana Custom Log Homes, crafting homes that last for generations.
Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show. Welcome back, Jason Walker. Final segment on a Monday. Auto Concepts Performance of the Week coming up. Hey, I hope you've gotten your tickets. If not, you need to. For the Montana Football Hall of Fame induction banquet coming up June 25th at the Billings Hotel and Convention Center. Yeah, fun gets started at 5, but it actually gets started a little bit before that with a brand new red carpet event. Be hosted by SWX, ABC Fox Montana sports reporter Alex Eshelman and myself. And we'll talk to this year's inductees, some of them, and also some of the past inductees. Shan Schillinger, Blaine McElmurray, Dane Fletcher, Jim Sweeney, Rocky Gullickson, Marv Sunderland, Dane Storston, and Robert Rides at the Door, all being nominated or inducted this year. Get your tickets at Universal Athletic Services or UniversalAthletic.com. hellenashow.com. It's going to be fun. I'll do the show down there Thursday, banquet on Saturday, and you can follow the red carpet event on Saturday as well on jasonwalkershow.com. So, good stuff. Get your tickets. Also, you need to get registered for the Troy Strong blood drives coming up. You got in June, Butte, Helena, Billings, Havre, 2 in Bozeman, Great Falls, Kalispell, and Missoula. And get a hold of American Red Cross today to get your appointment booked and scheduled for that week of June 20th. Most of them are like the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. All right. In June, it'll be a busy season for American Legion Baseball, busier than it has been because you have no school and also warmer weather, and that means more games. The Helena Senators got no hit last week by Missoula, combined no-hitter, and all they've done since then is score a boatload of runs and put up 4 wins over the weekend. And joining us now to talk about the Senators is the head coach, Jon Burnett, joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Well, Coach, how was Mother's Day aside from the sweep?
It was a good day. You know, we did something a little special for the moms at Kendrick and got to honor each one of them. Each one of the players gave them a rose, and, you know, to come out with 2 wins as well for the day, definitely can't beat that day.
No, definitely. And, you know, it's funny how baseball always, it doesn't matter the level, but when baseball plays on Mother's Day, there's always something special behind it. I mean, Major League Baseball has the pink bats, you guys honoring, but colleges do it, high schools do it. It's an awesome deal with baseball on Mother's Day.
Yeah, no, it's pretty special. And, you know, as somebody that played for many years, I can tell you, if it wasn't for my mom, you know, everything she did, I remember some of the scrambles we had when I couldn't find my uniform and she was there to help me. And, you know, just the little things like that. You know, moms are huge, you know, in the sport of baseball, just the support they give.
Yep, 100% agree. Jon Burnett joining us, the Helena Senators coach. You guys got no hit last week. You've been on quite the roll since then. Take me through it.
Yeah, you know, it's early in the season, and you know, I thought our approaches in that game down in Missoula, for some reason, we kind of seemed to regress, I guess, with what we had been working on, and their pitcher, you know, he did a good job. You know, he pounded the strike zone, lots of fastballs. You know, pretty good velocity on his fastball, but I mean, we had seen him our opening day and hit him pretty good, so it was the same guy. But, you know, for some reason, we couldn't touch him down there in Missoula. We did hit some balls hard, just right at the fielders. So, you know, kind of what we talked to the players about was, you know, it's early season baseball. Let's just flip the page and get, you know, we're going to chalk it up as a bad trip down here, and we'll get back to work. And, yeah, they sure did this weekend.
Yeah, you get 2 wins on Saturday, turn around and get 2 wins yesterday on Mother's Day at home. And take me through Hunter's outing yesterday, because it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, you know, Bratch is he's one of those guys that can pretty much do everything, and he does it pretty well. You know, great defensive outfielder. He can hit for power, hit for average, lots of speed. But the one thing that he does pretty good is he pitches the ball well. You know, he was the winning pitcher at the state championship game last year, and he was really in command yesterday. He was locating his fastball sharp with his off speed. He threw that. Got a lot of his strikeouts, you know, with that off speed pitch. So that was good to see. And this early in the season, he's just going to keep working on the location and getting sharp, and you know, hopefully that's just a good sign of things to come from him on the mound.
I think I read he faced 19 guys yesterday and was 0-1 on, so he threw a first pitch strike 15 out of 19 times. It's important to get ahead, but when you're doing it like that and just pumping the strike zone, it's going to be tough to beat anybody like that. It doesn't matter who you're playing.
Yeah, he was. He got ahead early, and it wasn't just, you know, fastballs down the middle getting ahead. He was locating his curveball, and he was throwing that for a strike early in the count as well. So he was able to keep pitchers or keep the hitters off balance, and yeah, things worked out well for him.
And then he had a pretty good day in game 2 at the plate. So, like you said, very versatile.
Yeah, the one thing I love about Hunter is he's an incredibly humble young man. So, like 3 for 4. I think he had 3 RBIs. He had 4 stolen bases on the day.
Yeah.
So he slid into third base, head first, and I kind of, gave him a little pat on the rear end and joked with him a little bit, and just, very humble. Some guys would be, celebrating over there once they stole the base and all that, but he just had a little smile on his face, and he was ready to go that last 90 feet. His job wasn't done until he got in the dugout. So that's, I just love the way he approaches the game.
Jon Burnett joining us, Helena Senators coach here on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Another guy that's, you've had some pretty good offense, 9-4 on the year, but another guy has been Eric Hawkhill, and, he just keeps stepping up over the years. It's just like, is this kid ever going to graduate and move on? Because we always are talking about him.
Yeah. He actually has he has one more year left next year too.
Of course.
He's a young senior, so he's going off to play college football, but he's already talked about how he wants to come back to play baseball next year. But I feel like I say this over and over about our team, but we're incredibly athletic this year. The speed on the base pass, that's gonna give teams fits. It already has, and we've been hitting Eric kind of in the 4-hole for us. He's got some pop in his bat, maybe not your prototypical 4-hitter, but he's one of those guys that whenever he gets on, he has that green light to go, and just can cause fits to the other team with how he runs the bases.
Well, and that's one thing you and I have talked about over the years since you took over the head job is you want to utilize speed on the Senators team, and you've been doing that. It helped lead to a state championship a year ago, and so far through 13 games, it's going well. You guys run at will and run at opportune times, it seems like.
Yeah, we're aggressive. I wouldn't characterize us as reckless. I think some teams are reckless on the base pass. We're aggressive on the base pass, but based on the situations in the game, we have certain calls that I give out to them just to let the runners know how aggressive I want them to be on the base pass. So it's an easy way for me. It could change from pitch to pitch depending on the situation, and the guys really bought into it. But yeah, we're 13 games in, and just looking at the numbers here, we have 36 steals, and we've been caught stealing twice. So that's kind of our brand of baseball, and that's what we like to do.
You're averaging 3 stolen bases a game. And you're really getting hot. These are like Lou Brock, Vince Coleman, Ricky Henderson type numbers you guys are putting up.
Yeah. It works out for us, and you kind of base your coaching style on what you have, and when you have 7, 8, 9 guys that can really fly, it only makes sense to take those extra bases.
Tell me about the defensive play in that first game that saved the tying run.
Yeah, that was Manu out in center field. Our young sophomore talked about a kid that can fly. You should come down and check him out in the outfield, chasing balls down. The range he has out there it's absolutely incredible. And on top of that, he's got a cannon for an arm. So it was kind of funny because I had just gotten on his case, the batter, before. He made a nice play, ranged over into left center field, and he, ran a ball down, and he kind of was lazy on his throw into the cutoff, and it kind of bounced around a little bit. So he got a little bit of a yell from me, telling him to throw the baseball. Very next one, he catches the ball in center field, and probably about 180-foot throw just on a line to our catcher. Gunned the runner down by 10 feet. Didn't even have an attempt to slide because he was out by so far.
Oh, geez. I'm showing the picture, too, from 406mtsports.com, but the dude's got great hair.
Oh, yeah. Great hair.
Are you jealous a little bit?
Yeah, I've learned long ago not to worry about it. My hair game was never very strong, but we do have some good hair. If you get a chance to check out Walker Bennett's hair, that's something that puts everybody else to shame.
Well, Mike Hurlbert's got some good hair too. Him and Manu Mello both on that one picture. It's pretty, pretty good.
Yeah, we gave Mikey a hard time. He just got back from college on Thursday, so he came walking through the room to chat with us for the first time, and that's the first time I've seen his hair like that. So kind of gave it to him just a little bit.
Well, I'm growing mine out, so I haven't done it in about 25 years. I haven't had my hair very long, so I'm working on it. I'm looking to be like Mike coming up.
There you go. We'll have to get some pictures together. Come down to a game, and we'll get you and Mike next to each other.
Absolutely. Before I let you go, as we talk to Jon Burnett, the Helena Senators coach, you got Missoula coming back to town on Wednesday. Probably going to face the same guys that tossed the combined no-no a week ago. So what's the different approach this week?
We know what he's going to try to do. He's going to try to attack us with the fastballs, and that's something where we've just got to be on time for those. We got to get that front foot down. We may have to shorten up our stride just a little bit and get that foot down and get the ball in play. That's how we put pressure on teams, is by getting the ball in play and using that speed. So, if you have a 21 out game, and if you strike out 10 of those outs, you're really not putting a lot of pressure on the other team. So,
right.
So our job's to, get that fastball timed up, and then as we get later in the counts, then we can adjust to the off speed. But we've really got to be aggressive on that fastball when he gives it to us.
Well, we're looking forward to turning the page on Wednesday. A great win streak so far. Looking forward to chatting more this year, Coach, and following the defending state champs as you go for 2 in a row.
Yeah, yes, sir. Well, thanks, Jason. Like to hear it. And I got to ask you about the Mets. What's going on with the Mets this year?
They got good ownership and a good manager finally.
All right. We might finally get that Mets Astros World Series.
Maybe. I don't know. Somebody's got to shut down the Yankees.
Yeah, there's a little 5'6" guy that always seems to do it in the playoffs. So.
I love that. Jose Altuve. I'd love to have him on the Mets, I can tell you that. But I like the Mets lineup right now. We got a long way to go. It's baseball. It's a marathon, not a sprint. We all know this. But I'd love to see an Astros-Mets series.
Yeah, for sure. And, once they get the Grom back, he comes back healthy, they're the team to beat, for sure.
Man. It's unbelievable. He's just got to be sitting there going, I'm not helping, and we're in first place. I can't wait to get back.
Yep, for sure.
Hey, appreciate the time, Coach, as always. Looking forward to chatting next week, and hopefully you got a few more wins under your belt when we chat.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, Jason.
That is Jon Burnett joining us on the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Big game, 7 p.m. Wednesday at Kendrick with Missoula coming to town. Fresh off that no-no against Helena last week. But the Senators, man, what a roll. Last 4 games they have been on. So good luck to them. All right, let's do our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. And there were some good ones, and including from the Senators. But our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week this week is Rye Schlepp, Helena High Bengal softball player. She had 15 Ks in a complete game win over Flathead. And you shut teams down. I don't care if it's a great team, a mediocre team, but you go out and throw 15 strikeouts in a complete game and get a big win and get some help offensively. So Rye Schlepp is our Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. And congratulations to her. And if you need anything done around the vehicle, man, Auto Concepts. They are the auto enhancement professionals here in Helena. Get it checked out, get them done. Today is May the 9th. It is National Alphabet Magnet Day, Homefront Heroes Day, Women's Checkup Day, Lost Sock Memorial Day, Moscato Day, National Sleepover Day, and it is Butterscotch Brownie Day. It just doesn't sound good. A butterscotch brownie. Let's see, on this date in 1889, 15th Kentucky Derby, Montana horse Spokane, with Thomas Kiley aboard, would win the Derby. Spokane. What was the, was it Spokane was like raised down in, or retired near Twin Bridges? Is that the story? 1901, Cleveland's Earl Moore with a no-hitter against the White Sox. He had a no-hitter through 9. He ended up losing the game in the 10th, 4-2. 1930, at the, at the 55th Preakness, Earl Sand aboard Gallant Fox would go on to win. And that's the year Gallant Fox got the Triple Crown. 1961 on this date, Baltimore Oriole Jim Gentile had 9 RBI and back-to-back innings with a grand slam. He had 2 grand slams against the Twins that day. That is getting it done on a May 9th. Let's see. What else did we do this?
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
The walk-off presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky, the best Cajun food this side of New Orleans. And it is unbelievably, it was packed today. I drove by around lunchtime, and it was packed. So there you go. You know how good it is when a place is packed, right? Cafe Zydeco, unbelievable food, unbelievable. You know, it's Military Appreciation Month, and Cafe Zydeco loves not only our military, but our armed forces. Well, that is military. Law enforcement, firefighters, first responders, all of you get a free drink with your order at Cafe Zydeco. Not just this month, but any day of the year that Cafe Zydeco is open. Tomorrow on the show, it's a big one. We'll be talking with Big Fork coach Jim Benn and what can be done about parents and school boards. How can we get good coaches to stay? How can we get good officials to stay? We'll have an in-depth discussion about it with Jim Benn, the Big Fork football coach, tomorrow. Are there solutions? We'll try to come up with some. I was talking to a guy out golfing the other day, and it was the same thing. He used to be an official, and he said, I wish I would have known 20 years ago, 10 years ago, how to fix this. And we're gonna try to get some solutions and figure it out. There is a big school board meeting tonight in Schulte. And by all accounts, the school board is going to not renew a very successful coach. We'll have more tomorrow. But I've got a couple of sources up there that are keeping us informed. And that is a big meeting in Schulte tonight for the school board. And hopefully they do the right thing and keep a coach that has been very successful. So we'll have more on that tomorrow here on the Jason Walker Show. Because as you know, we support coaches on this show. Good coaches, great coaches. Coaches that change the lives of the kids they coach and teach. Let's not forget that. A lot of these coaches are teachers. They don't make a lot as teachers. They make even less as coaches. And we need to take care of them. And I don't know why school boards in Montana the last year and a half or so have had agendas, but a lot of it is uncalled for and unfounded. So, because a coach cussed, we're going to get rid of him. That's crap. Absolute, just not good. So, we'll talk to Jim Benn tomorrow. Walk Off is presented by Cafe Zydeco, where the Big Easy meets the Big Sky. Stop in for lunch tomorrow. I highly recommend it. Jim Benn tomorrow. Also, your Montana Rodeo Roundup. Inside the Above All Handyman Services Man Cave. Whatever you need done around the house, inside and out, get a hold of Above All Handyman Services in Helena, also in Colorado Springs. We're going to do it again tomorrow, 4 o'clock, Jason Walker Show. Thank you to our great sponsors. Thank you to you for making the Jason Walker Show one of the most listened to podcasts the last couple of weeks. We appreciate that. Couldn't do it without you. We'll see you back here tomorrow. If you missed anything, go to jasonwalkershow.com, and we'll see you at 4.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.